Conflict between classes is constant and perpetual. It is this social conflict which is the root of all sorrows and sufferings of the world, was wisely told by Buddha the greatest. It is only by adopting Dhamma as way of life that this sorrow, sufferings can be removed and humanity can be made happy and earth sustainable. For this, man, gender neutral, requires to walk on the middle path of Buddha, Prajna, that is understanding as against superstition and supernaturalism, Karuna, that is love, compassion, and Samta, equality, alone can make a good and happy life on earth. All this is being outlined as the philosophy of life by Dr. Ambedkar in Buddha and his Dhamma. Only right thinking, that is understanding, view, vision, right conduct, that is action, morality, ethics, and right system, that is governance, institutions, can save humanity from the crisis of supernaturalism, of demiurgic technoscience. Intellectuals all over the world are of the view that 4 solutions can pull us out of this crisis. According to them, they are education to all, second ethics, that is social contract, natural contract, cultural contract, and ethical contract, third urban policies, and 4 human rights. All the above are no doubt required, but what has to be reflected upon is what type of education, how ethics can be made a functional reality without Dhamma as the governing principle of human life, how human rights can be realized without remedies for their implementation. We require education, not merely for building up forward-thinking capacities or knowledge societies, but also to build up a democratic society and collective human intelligence. Urban policies must be an integral part of educational, economical, population, health and work policies, which can ensure decent and dignified existence of all human beings, and in particular those degraded, as told by Dr. Ambedkar. World social and economic order must be based upon the principles of liberty, equality, and fraternity. This will ensure equality with equity and dignity and achieve salvation of the world. Human dignity must be the fundamental principle of bioethics, and all developments in science and technology must be based on the recognition of life of human being on earth. It must recognize the sustainability of biosphere. Political democracy, that is one man, one vote, one value, is not sufficient. What is required is one man, one value in all walks of life. Therefore, social and economic democracy must be the base of political democracy. Human rights cannot be realized without the reconstruction of national societies on democratic principles, that is equality, liberty, fraternity, and justice. Only democratic constitutions based on rule of human rights can implement them. For this, United Nations must take shape of world governing body, and nation states act as sovereign federal units on a common constitution of the world. A new global governance is required to be built up for all these. These all can be achieved by Dhamma, that is humanism or Ambedkarism, as the governing principle of human life. A new human order based on Ambedkarism is the durable solution. A new human order is to be established, an order which is wise, thinking, just, reasoned, rational, scientific, truthful, sustainable, egalitarian, compassionate, moral, ethical, and welfaristic, that is humane and enlightened. This can be achieved only by Ambedkarism. Law, constitution, science and technology, economics, education, culture, and religion must be made human-centered. There is no way out but to adopt the principles of equality, liberty, fraternity, and justice as the way of life. The principles of humanism and human rights must be ensured. The way out is to adopt the religion for humankind with man and morality, gender neutral as center, and welfare of humankind as end. A religion of truth and science, of modernity, sustainability, and of universal human brotherhood, can also say sisterhood, a religion which teaches that to be religious is to be social, moral, welfaristic and futuristic. A religion which brings revolution by a change in mind of man, altering his disposition. Only such a religion must be made a religion for humankind. Only the Dhamma of Buddha qualifies on the above principles and values, and therefore must be the religion of world humanity. Humanity, for its own good, must think on it. To build up such a human society, 4 types of changes as strived for by Dr. Ambedkar are to be brought. They are Vaisharik Parivartan, that is change in thinking, thoughts, understanding, view, perception, vision. Second, Achar Parivartan, that is change in conduct, action and ethics. Third, Mansik Parivartan, that is change in notion or mental change. And fourth, Vyavastha Parivartan, that is structural, institutional, governmental changes. It requires a movement based on the message of Dr. Ambedkar. The message is educate, agitate, organize. A global movement of humanism based on Ambedkarism is required for all the above. Only Ambedkarism, which is a new revolutionary ideology of humanism, can do so. A humanitarian revolution which deconstructs or destroys the undesirable for the reconstruction or creation of desirable principles, values and systems within a limited span of time. It is a revolution without bloodshed. The 21st century requires such a revolution to overcome not only the revolution of technoscience, but also to win over yesterday's man-made evils. Once again I am emphasizing, the 21st century requires such a revolution based on Ambedkarism to overcome not only the revolution of technoscience, but also to win over yesterday's man-made evils. What are these man-made evils? They are casteism, racism, ethnicism, religious fanaticism, economic exploitation, etc. Only the global ideology and movement of Ambedkarism can establish a blue world under the blue sky. The blue world under the blue sky, which is humane and enlightened, and ensure a wise and safe destiny of humankind and our Mother Earth in the age of hyper future of 21st century. Let us all adopt it for our better future. Let us all adopt Ambedkarism for our better future. All are welcome to Rajnandgaon, Chhattisgarh, India on 14th and 15th April 2010 in the national celebrations of Dr. Ambedkar and Mahatma Phule Jayanti. Jai Bhim humanity, Jai Prabuddha world, Jai Prabuddha universe.